Hello everyone. Here we discussed alternating waveform quantities. In the previous discussion, we discussed about generation of alternating EMF that is sinusoidal in nature. So here we can see a sinusoidal waveform. It completed its one cycle in time t. That time t is defined as time period of a cycle. So we can analyze these alternating waveforms by some other forms that are the square waveform, triangular waveforms, or some other waveforms. They can be defined by some values that are the instantaneous values, maximum or peak values, average or mean value, and effective or RMS value. So let's analyze these terms. For instantaneous value, here we consider a voltage waveform having magnitude Vm and it is completed one cycle. So if you analyze this voltage waveform at any instant t1, so this is the instant t1, the value of this voltage is V1. This voltage waveform can be defined as Vm sine t at any instant t. If you analyze this at t is equals to t1, so this voltage is equal to V1. So this V1 is the instantaneous value of this particular sinusoidal waveform. That means the value of alternating quantity at any instant t is defined as instantaneous value. If you analyze maximum or peak value, it is the maximum or a peak value that is attained in one complete cycle. That is the maximum or peak value of alternating waveform. So in this voltage waveform, its maximum value is Vm. That is the peak value of waveform. For the calculation of average value of an alternating waveform, we divide the waveform into a small section, that is for n section, each section having time t1, t2, t3 up to tn. So one section having time is t by n and take the values of at every instant. If you analyze this time t1 having value v1, t2 having value v2, and take the average of all the values at every instant of time. And to analyze the average values of this particular waveform, here we take the average at small sections, that is V1 plus V2 up to minus Vn in for the time period t, divided by total values, number of values, that are the n values. So here you can say it may be right like this. It is divided by t and it is divided by t. So here you can write this 1 upon t, v1 upon n by t plus v2 upon n by t up to minus vn upon n by t. So for this particular waveform, this average will be 0 because some has positive and negative values having same magnitude. So the concept of calculating average values is area of cycle in time t divided by base length, that is total time t. So this is the concept of calculation average value. Average value of any periodic waveform can be calculated for one period. If you analyze this sinusoidal alternating waveform for a time period t, it has zero average value because the average value is defined as area under the curve divided by the length of the base of the curve. If you analyze the area, this has positive value and first half cycle and negative value in the second half cycle. So if you add up the area of first half and second half, it will be 0. So for the complete one cycle, its average value will be 0. So for the calculation of average value, we analyze the half cycle of alternating waveform. For such type of waveform, we analyze average value for the half cycle. Calculation of average value of a sinusoidal wave. This is our sinusoidal wave. Its instantaneous value is Vm sine theta, where theta is equals to omega t. So it's complete one cycle in 2 pi degree. So the average value for this cycle will be 0. Now let's analyze the average value of half cycle. For the half cycle, the average value is defined as V average is equal to area of half cycle divided by base length of the curve. So the base length of the curve is pi and area of half cycle is, this is 1 upon pi, and area of half cycle is for the duration 0 to pi, that is V d theta. So the value of V is Vm sine theta. For the duration 0 to pi, it is Vm sine theta, and integrate the value. This V average is equals to Vm by pi 0 to pi sine theta d theta. So this is Vm by pi. Integration of sine theta is minus cos theta for the duration 0 to pi. So this is Vm by pi minus of cos pi minus of cos 0. Cos pi is minus 1 and cos 0 is 1. So the average value is 2 Vm by pi. So for the sinusoidal waveform, this average value is 2 Vm by pi. Or you can say it is 0.637 Vm. For the sinusoidal wave, the average value of half cycle is, for voltage waveform, V average is 0.637 Vm. Similarly, the value of current I average is 0.637 Im. Let's analyze effective or RMS value of alternating waveform. If you analyze a sinusoidal waveform, that is our supply voltage, it is our 230 volt voltage, that is our RMS value, that is root mean square value. So what it means, why our AC define in RMS values? Because if you connect a voltage in a circuit which have some resistive load, so that will provide a heating in the circuit, so provide same heating effect if you connect an AC voltage or you connect a DC voltage, maintain the same heating effect in the circuit. We calculate this RMS value. That RMS value is the defined value that will provide the same heating effect in the circuit. And for the AC circuit analysis, it is a very practical and essential value for the power calculation and safe circuit design. This is our sinusoidal waveform of current to calculate the heating effect. Our heating effect is I square into R if you connect this AC to a resistive load. So for the calculation of heating, or you can say to calculate the loss in the resistive part, we can divide this sinusoidal waves into a small section and then calculate heating for each section for the sinusoidal wave. So here we divide this sinusoidal wave into small parts in the n section. So here you can say it is T1, it is T2, it is T3 up to Tn. So we divide this sinusoidal waveform into n section and calculate heat provided by each section. For T1, its current is I1. For T2, its current is I2. So let's analyze the heating loss. Here we divide each section in the n different sections. So for the time for one section is T by n. We divided this wave into n small sections. So for the time for one section is T by n. Now calculate the heat. So heat produced during first interval is I1 square into R into T by n. Similarly, the heat produced during second interval is I2 square R into T by n. So we divided this into n sections. So heat produced by nth interval will be In square into R into T by n. So if you add all these that quantities, so that is the net heat produced by this AC waveform. So the total heat produced in time t is I1 square plus I2 square up to In square multiplied by RT divided by N. This is the total heat produced. If you apply this AC waveform, now if you apply RMS value is the same amount of DC value which we connect to the circuit which will provide same heat for the DC and AC values. So you can see this DC value, that is RMS value. The heat provide this value by IRMS square into R into T, and that value must be equal to the AC value, that is I1 square plus I2 square up to In square into RT divided by N. So these two heats must be equal. So this RMS value we can calculate. It is a square root of I1 square plus I2 square up to In square divided by n. So here you can analyze the RMS value is the mean of square values, that is I1 square plus I2 square up to In square divided by n, and the square root. So it is a root of mean of square values. So you can easily calculate the RMS value of any alternating waveform by this formula, which is taken by the concept of heat. If you analyze this RMS value, it can be analyzed in the form of area. Let's see. If you divide this I1 square plus I2 square up to n divided by t, and this n also divided by t. So you can write this equation like this. So here we can analyze this equation by small part which having the y-axis ordinates are I1 square and x-axis ordinates are n by t. So you can think this is the area of I square which is divided into small section. Let's see, it is like this. Its value is I1 square, I2 square. It is divided into a small section, that is T by N, and its y-axis value is I1 square. So it is area of I1 square, I2 square plus In square divided by n by t. It means you can say it is area of cycle I square divided by this time period t, or you can say base of the cycle. So this is the another form of RMS value which is calculated in terms of area. Calculate RMS value of a sinusoidal waveform. So the RMS value is the square root of area of cycle I square divided by length of cycle. So for the I square, this waveform is periodic by pi. So we will calculate it for the duration pi. So the RMS value is IRMS is equal to square root. Our length of cycle will be pi for the I square calculation, and area of cycle for the duration pi, this is I square d theta. So you can say it is 1 upon pi 0 to pi Im square sine square theta d theta. So it is Im square divided by pi 0 to pi sine square theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2 d theta. So here you can write this IRMS is equals to square root of Im square divided by 2 pi and integration for 0 to pi 1 minus cos 2 theta d theta. So it is Im square divided by 2 pi. Integration of 1 is theta and integration of cos 2 theta is sine 2 theta divided by 2 for the duration of pi. Put the values. So if you put the values, this is Im square divided by 2 pi. This is pi minus sine 2 pi divided by 2 minus theta is 0 and this is sine 0 divided by 2. So here we get our RMS value. You can see sine 2 pi is also 0. So here you get this Im square divided by 2. So here we can see the RMS value. This RMS value is Im divided by root 2. So for the sinusoidal wave, the root mean square value is Im divided by root 2. For the sinusoidal wave, RMS value of current is Im divided by root 2. Similarly, the RMS voltage is Vm divided by root 2. That RMS is defined in our AC supply system. So if you say this is a 230 volt 50 hertz AC supply, that 230 volt is the RMS value. Thank you for watching the concept. Please like and subscribe my channel.